Aira just released an update that improves the experience when using it with the Meta glasses. Hi everyone, this is Carrie on Accessibility, and welcome to another episode of the A11y Podcast, where we deep dive into accessibility and technology. Today we're going to be talking about Aira. It is a service, an app. You can use it on iPhone, Android, and it also has a web app. It connects you with an agent for visual interpreting, and there's a lot of free things you can do on Aira, and you can also get a subscription for it as well. In today's episode, I'll be sharing an interview with Aira about the update with the Aira app and the Meta glasses. But before that, this episode and this channel is supported by the amazing and lovely CoA members on YouTube and Patreon. If you want exclusive content and a monthly meetup and so much more, go check it out on both YouTube and Patreon. It would really help the channel. Without further ado, let's roll the interview, and as always, I'll meet you on the other side. Hey Everett, welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Carrie. It's really neat to be here. It's my first time on your podcast.
It's great to have you. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Aira?
Oh, sure. So again, my name is Everette Bacon. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am Chief of Blindness Initiatives at Aira. That mainly entails all of our service delivery aspect of Aira. So all of the human visual interpreters you call into to get navigation help or get something described, they all fall under my organization, as well as our customer care team. If you need to call and change a plan or get more minutes, those all report to me. It's pretty exciting work. I've been at Aira since 2023, but I've been an Aira user since 2016. So it's really an awesome experience to be a part of the C-suite team for Aira and deliver the best service we can to all of our explorers.
Amazing. Well, I hear that there's some big news from Aira. Why don't you go ahead and share it with us?
Sure. So obviously the biggest news is that Aira will be on the Meta glasses. So we are already testing. It works wonderfully. You'll be able to, open your app. It will recognize your glasses immediately. It will ask you to allow camera access and allow microphone access. Once you do that, then you make a call, and immediately the Aira visual interpreter can see through your Meta glasses. It'll be just that easy. We also expect to have it to where you can simply say, "Hey Meta," or "Hey Siri, make a call using Aira," and it will immediately play out on your Meta glasses, and the agent will see through your camera.
That's really cool. I love it. We love Meta glasses around here. I have about 3 pairs, so they're great. Now, before this update, we had to go through WhatsApp, and you would still use the app and open it, and there was this bit of a process. So, with this update, can you kind of share exactly how the workflow goes? Can we just say, "Hey, Meta, call Aira," or how does that work exactly?
You will be able to say the Apple term. I don't want to say it because obviously my speakers go off and crazy. So you'll be able to use Apple's Siri to make a call with Aira, much like you're able to do now. You won't be able to say, "Hey Meta, call Aira," because we are not in the Meta app like Be My Eyes is. Be My Eyes, and they did, or app like Spotify or Apple Music, they did that a little differently for our SDK Meta integration. So that is the only thing you won't be able to do. But everything else you do before, like if you open up your app and you hit the make a call button, immediately the agent sees through your glasses. There's no extra WhatsApp. There's no extra send you a link and you download it. None of that. So the thing that what happens is once the update to the Aira Explorer app goes out to everyone, the first time you call, you'll have to allow it to see your glasses. It's a pretty easy process. We've tried to make it as simple as we possibly can. Our customer care team and our visual interpreters are all knowledgeable on how it works, and so they can assist you too if you have any issues. But we expect it will be a pretty easy, seamless process. It's just a matter of when the app rolls out as the update goes out to everyone.
I just want to quickly talk a little bit more about the process. So you're saying that we would need to either use the S Lady or open the Ira app on our phone and make the call. And then
Correct.
everything else after that, we can lock the phone, we can navigate away. It should automatically go onto the glasses and you can do that. Is
Correct.
that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Now, how about access offers, promotions, access locations? If you use the S Lady, can you just speak to the agent once they answer and they can apply something? Or how
Correct.
does that work? Okay.
Correct. Works exactly the same as it always did.
Got it. Now, what if you have your meta glasses, but you actually don't want to use your meta glasses? You want to use your phone for the call. Is there a way to switch?
There is if you were wearing your Meta glasses and you wanted to use your phone, um, there is it could the agents can see through both camera feeds at the same time. So
Oh,
yeah, so
okay.
you can just pull your phone out and they can see through that camera feed as well.
I see. I see. Okay. Are agents able to take pictures and see your location and everything?
Yes, so the agents have access to your GPS location, so they can see where
Mm-hmm.
you are. They also are able to take pictures as you're walking around, and they can quickly take a picture and zoom in, read print that's very far away, and do whatever you would like them to do. As I said before, they can easily apply the access offer of where you might be located. Um, they can continue to save images to your folder if you need them to. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically just about everything the agent could do before through your phone camera, they can now do through your glasses. So it's pretty neat process. Um, a, a kind of the one thing I like about it that's we have the screen share option on the phone. Well, there's a bit of a process for that. You have to share the screen with the agent. Well, now you could just hold your phone up to your glasses and they can see what you're doing on your phone or looking at your computer with
Mm.
their glasses. So it's pretty neat that the access that they have through the glasses. The image is pretty clear. They have a good image. I would say the phone camera is still better than the glasses camera, but that's just the nature of cameras today. And so if you're really wanting clear pictures taken, I'd probably say have them taken with your phone. But for the most part, the cameras that the glass pictures that you take through the glasses are still very good. And the battery life, we've done the best we can to maximize the most battery out of your glasses. It does, if you're using it continuously for hours, the battery will eventually die. I think it's a little about 90 minutes and it will die. But if you're,
Is
using it here or using it there, it gets a lot better.
is that for the first generation metas or like the more recent
Yes.
ones that are 90 minutes?
Yes, the first generation Meta glasses, that battery,
Okay.
which many people have now. If they've gotten the next generation or the latest model, I think those batteries are a little bit better. Along with the microphone is a little bit better. So if
Ah.
you've noticed with the first generation of Meta glasses, which I have, um, the sometimes when you're in ambient noise, a lot of ambient noise around, it's a little harder to hear. So sometimes I've noticed I have to cup my ear to hear everything coming from the glasses when I'm in a large noisy environment. But
Mm,
my understanding is the next generation glasses have much better microphone capability. There are a couple things that we're looking at. Amazon sells a kind of a two little pads that connect to the glasses that allow it to get closer to your ear and help with the sound. And then we've
mm,
also been experimenting with the feature in the Meta app and the glasses where it's a conversation mode to see if that is working with the Aira agent during a call. And
okay.
we're hoping that does work, and we're still kind of experimenting with it.
Sounds awesome. Now, how do you hang up? Would you have to go back to the app on your phone?
No, no, just hang up like you do a call on on your glasses, like by tapping the side.
So double tapping the touchpad?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, what about muting and unmuting? Is there a way to do that or turning the camera on and off with the glasses?
I the agents would not have the ability to turn off your camera. No, no. If you did want to go into privacy mode,
Mm,
you would do that through the Ira app as you always have.
okay. And same with muting, I'm guessing then?
Same with muting, yes.
Okay. I know that this is still in development, but I did have a question about the Aira AI. Do you expect that it will work with the Meta glasses in the future?
We want it to. Meta AI has their own AI, and
Mm,
so there is some question as to will that work. The other issue is Ira AI is powered by Project Astra, which is owned by Google.
mm,
And so since Google is
mm,
sharing data with those Ira explorers that have opted in to help train the Astra model,
mm-hmm.
Google may put limitations on us on where we can share it. We're still talking with Google about that.
I see.
We're hoping that won't be the case, but that could be the issue at the moment.
Do you expect that maybe Meta will make their own version of Aira AI with Aira?
Again, we would like to, but we don't have a partnership with Meta for data sharing at this
Hmm.
time.
Okay, okay. Now that you're on the Meta glasses, and I also saw the integration with the Echo Visions. Do you think you'll end up on more glasses in the future? I can imagine since Ira AI is a Google Astra project, and when the Google Smart glasses, maybe they'll be on there too. Is that the hope?
Yeah, that is the hope. I know Google has said they have an XR glasses coming out. Um,
Mm.
I'm not at liberty to share any more details than that, but I
Spill the
suspect
tea.
that yeah, I suspect that that will be the case. We want to be on as many glasses as possible. I'll say that.
Mm. Hmm. Do you think that you will ever make your own glasses, or you'll just go on to the different platforms?
With there's so many different platforms now, it's really not economical for us to make our own glasses. I mean, as you
Hmm.
know, we were the first to do that back
Hmm.
in the day, and the technology wasn't as good as it is now. The
Mm.
technology's better now, but it's a very expensive endeavor for Ira to get into the manufacturing business, and so it's
Yeah.
much easier for us to just be on other manufactured device and partner with those companies.
Amazing. Well, here's to the future, and here's to Ira being on the meta classes.
Yeah,
Thanks so
pretty
much
exciting
for
stuff.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining me, Everett, and I hope to have you back on the podcast when there's more updates.
I would love that. Thank you, Carrie, for having me.
And there you go. That is the wrap on the interview. This update is great. I'm glad that we no longer have to kind of have extra steps when connecting Aira with the glasses, because before you had to accept the link from the agent and then, switch over to the WhatsApp, and then it'll have to double press it to switch camera and everything. So this was really nice. It just makes the experience smoother. I do wish that there was a way to say, hey, Meta, and call up Aira. I understand that from Aira's perspective, this is a challenge, or there's something preventing them from doing that because of Meta. And I just feel like this should be part of the SDK or whatever needs to happen. But Meta should allow voice commands of some sort that apps can use. Even if it's like one or two, I don't know, something, that would be just really, really great to have. That way you can just go completely hands-free from beginning to end. I guess you could use the S Lady or the Gemini. I don't know, does it work with Gemini? I didn't ask that. I should have asked that. But that way you wouldn't have to call that up and you could just use the glasses. Regardless, this is an awesome update. That's it for now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up below. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And if you want to support the channel and what I do, consider becoming a CoA member on YouTube or Patreon. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. I will catch you in the next one.